Welcome back. Hour number 2 of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. You're just having some feisty conversation about the quarterback competition.
The off-the-air comments. Listen, that's what people should be paying for.
Not all of it. Not all of it, but the quarterback
It's a lot of.
It's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be fun.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we talked about Taylen Green, who the Browns drafted in the 6th round, and he's a developmental quarterback, which was, I think, what we thought about Shedeur Sanders maybe last year to some degree. And now, obviously, Shedeur Sanders last year was closer to being able to play, at least on some level, than Green is.
Yes.
He was certainly much better in college than Green was. Now, Green's a better athlete, but he's a better athlete than
99.9% of the general population.
Right. Exactly.
In the universe.
He may be a better athlete than 99% of the NFL.
Let
alone the regular population.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know Shedeur Sanders is a unique situation, and people got angry because it was like, well, how's he supposed to get better when he doesn't get any reps? Can you be developed if you're not getting any reps? Well, Green's going to be in the same boat, even more so. Like, he ain't getting any first-team reps. He's not in competition. Now, part of the problem last year was that Kevin Stefanski said it was going to be a fair competition between everybody, and it wasn't. They're not going to say that this year. Nobody has any expectation that Taylen Green is in a competition to be a starter. But can you develop without getting any first-team reps?
Well, in his case, I think for him, his development will come with just being in the mix and getting a certain level of coaching. When you watch Taylen Green in college, he's not the passer that Shedeur Sanders was. Actually, to be truthful, if it comes to, and people may disagree with this, but when it comes to seeing the game or kind of understanding what defenses are trying to do to him, actually, Dylan Gabriel, he just don't have the physical talents that this guy had. And Dylan played a lot of football and played a lot of football at high level.
Green played a lot of football too.
He did, but he's just not in terms of a passer. He's not a prototypical ready to drop back quarterback to just throw the ball. I think he's a developmental guy, but I do think this. I think Todd Monken is trying to be quiet about it because if you do look at it, they have a decision to make. Like, if they want to keep this guy and put him on your roster, they can't. I don't think they can expose him to like the practice squad because somebody will take a look at him. Like, I think what they're trying to do is keep it low key, and I do think that when you have a short yardage quarterback, you got Deshaun Watson, who is fragile at this moment. Like, I'm not having him run nothing. Shedeur Sanders is I think he's up. I think they're trying to downplay it a little bit, and I actually think that they're trying to downplay everything because of the way it went last year. I think they're keeping everything vague. Hey, we're going to give everybody opportunity, and we just want to see what you do.
He's also not going to have a fan base like Shedeur Sanders because we've never seen anything like it before. The only thing in anywhere in the ballpark is Tim Tebow in terms of the fan base. To me, just you can learn not playing with first-team reps.
Of course.
Obviously, a lot of that was overstated, and the whole thing became ridiculous last year. So there's obviously things you can learn. Ultimately, you learn the most, I think, by playing. But if you play a guy before he's ready to play, then that's a problem. But it's going to be to me, the more interesting thing about Taylen Green is, will he be active on game days, and will they use him as a weapon in some sort of role like, what's his name? The Saints.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
I mean,
is a much better athlete than Taysom Hill. Will they use him in some sort of way as a multifaceted gadget tool? I don't know.
Early on in Cordell Stewart's career, they spread him out wide.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
They would flank him out. Put him in the slot.
Dustin said he thinks he's a better Terrell Pryor. That's what he said.
In terms of
just
athlete or receiver or
all of the above.
I think this guy,
Pryor was a monster in college.
I know.
He
knows that.
I never thought Terrell Pryor, he was never a natural thrower to football.
No.
This guy is a much more polished passer than Terrell Pryor. Actually, to be truthful, he's a better athlete.
He is.
Like,
his mechanics are apparently bit of a disaster, but that can be fixed at least on some level.
The draft Knicks heading into the draft
Yeah.
talked about the fact that his his passing woes were more mechanical than not understanding what he was seeing. And when his footwork wasn't matching up with his upper body, that led to all the mistakes he was making. Not necessarily.
Yeah, because
he's just an athlete who doesn't
understand
understand what he's looking at in the passing game. It's mechanical things that, in theory, easier said than done, but could be fixed as opposed to having somebody who just doesn't, frankly, understand where to attack certain defenses, how to figure out that transition, harder than cleaning up some of the mechanical stuff.
Now, I will say this. It'll be up to what he does in camp. Now, I think this is how, and this is what I can respect out of Todd Monken. What your role and what your role will be defined by what you do. It's not like, oh, well, you're fast, let's give him a package. No, it's like, okay, let me get you in here, take a look at the guys. And I think Todd Monken talked about it. He's like, I like a lot of these dudes on paper, but I can't really give you an assessment because I haven't seen them. I haven't gotten eyeballs on them. They haven't been in practice. Now, if he comes out and he shows a level of athleticism and they're like, hey, this guy is, we got to put him on him. He'd be asset to the offense. Obviously, I don't think he'll hesitate to do that. So anything that these guys get, which is an exciting thing for any rookie or any veteran, is the fact that there's a new set of eyeballs. Like, so if you want to go out there and impress the coach and they'll find a way to get you on the football field, then so be it. But, I think it all depend on what he is and how advanced he is in camp.
The bottom line is no, he's not going to see first-team reps, nor should he see first-team reps. That's right. It's the same thing as last year. Last year was just asinine, some of the stuff that the way that it got spun and twisted and everything else. But you can develop by staying after practice and working with the coaches and get with the offensive coordinator and go over that day's script. It's really easy to do. There's plenty of opportunities with camp bodies, with camp receivers. Who you can go out and throw with, after the regular set of practice. So there's plenty of opportunities. I'm fascinated to see what they do with him and see how they use him. I think that there is absolutely a package that you can do with him day one.
Right.
We talked about it a little bit in the first hour. It gets a little bit into the logistics. If you're the emergency third quarterback, then once you enter the game, the other guys can't come back in.
Right. I think
so. You're
going to have him on the 45.
You have to carry him as an active 45.
Yeah.
Which do you want to carry three quarterbacks on the active 45? It's going to squeeze you at other spots.
I mean, if he's a weapon, then you do it.
Yeah. It's just going to squeeze you at other spots. That's all. Special teams or whatever else. Maybe an extra lineman. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I think because, number one, I mean, Deshaun Watson, if he wins the job, has never been a quarterback sneak quarterback ever.
Right. Yeah.
So this, I right there, you got your own version of the tush push immediately.
I mean, he's huge
with Taylen Green.
And he's strong.
Yeah.
And in a tush push situation, the speed doesn't matter much, but still.
And I do think that I mentioned Cordell Stewart. I do think there's a way to put two quarterbacks on the field and just get creative.
Yeah.
And see what you can come up with. Because
I mean, sorry to cut you off, Jason, but he ran an offense that was very creative with ball. They did a lot of different things with a special talent at quarterback. Obviously, this guy is no Lamar Jackson, but if whoever the starting quarterback is between Shedeur and Deshaun, it seems like there could be value in having this guy on the team.
I mean, look at how much the Ravens ran when Lamar was developing. Look how much they were basically just a full-go run team.
Yeah.
And they had great success with it. I'm not saying, listen, he's not going to win the starting job. I'm not saying he's going to be the starter.
Right, sure.
But they can be built sort of a similar way where they can just run with him. And they've got Quinshawn now, and they've got a rebuilt offensive line that hopefully, theoretically, should be better than it was last year. And if you have a running quarterback now as well, I absolutely think there's pockets where you can find ways to play him and have success.
I'm really interested to see what is like how this affects Dillon Gabriel.
I mean, to me, Dillon Gabriel's gone at some point. He's there for camp probably, but he's not going to be on the roster.
You're not quarterbacks. I listened to. I think Mary Kay said this some last week. She said, "Hey, listen, don't count Dillon Gabriel out." When they drafted Taylen Green, I mean, his athleticism obviously is superior to Dillon Gabriel's. I'd be interested to see if there was a battle between those two guys for the third quarterback.
I don't understand. Why would there be? What can Dillon Gabriel do that would help you?
I need 3 quarterbacks.
Jason, do you think there's any way Dillon Gabriel's on the team when the season starts? I mean, unless one of the other guys gets hurt.
Yeah, injuries always factor in. I'd say it's unlikely right now, but
I just don't see. You're not going to keep 4 guys on the 4 quarterbacks on the 53.
Who knows what's going to happen between now and the end of August? We got 4 months, but no. Right. I mean, right now, if you make me sit here and predict now, no, I would say he's probably.
I've been saying the whole offseason Dillon Gabriel's gone. There's no way that Monken thinks he can play. So what would be the point of keeping him as the 3rd quarterback? When you drafted this kid, he's a freak athlete. I know you know. Ideally, he's not going to have to start, and the Browns routinely use 3-4 quarterbacks. You could always pick somebody up if Green can't play.
That's why it's crazy. Like
Dillon Gabriel,
he's a 3rd. We used the top 100 pick.
Yeah. Don't you think if Dillon Gabriel got cut, they could just put him on the practice squad? Do you think anybody's claiming him on waivers?
Probably not.
Yeah, right. I mean,
probably not.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there's some other team that liked them. I don't know.
I'm not advocating for it. I want to see. I want to see what it means, because we'll see very quickly. Like Monken seems to be a straight shooter for the most part, and I mean, if you got a guy like this, the upside to having him on the football field or in your roster, I think it would be an upgrade to your quarterback room if you say, okay, I look at the skill sets and upside. I think Taylen Green has a little more upside than Dillon Gabriel physically. So,
all right, we talk quarterback. When we come back, we're going to switch gears to wide receiver. And we'll discuss what might happen in that room, what's the competition there for the different spots, how good can the wide receiving group be? That's coming up next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. I was looking at our rundown yesterday, and I'll bring it up to just, because Mike sends the rundown. I usually read it 99% of the time.
I appreciate that.
And I'm looking through. I'm like, okay. And for this segment, it said, with the additions of Concepcion and Boston to the wide receiver room, how good could this group be next year? Is Judy, Concepcion, Boston, Bond, and whoever a top half of the league wide receiver unit? I started to move on, and I said, wait a second, I better read that again. Was Mike doing drugs when he texted this?
I said, could it be? Is that question? Could it be?
Could it be? Well, I could say any group could be a top. We need to keep you see, this is the problem. And Mike, this is a symptom of the problem in our system. Is that we get so carried away that we become unrealistic. We take excitement on paper over a draft which we should be excited about. Browns did a nice job in the draft last year. We think they did a nice job this year. But let's face it. A, KC Concepcion and Denzel Boston are rookies. B, they're rookies in a wide receiving class, let's be perfectly honest about it, that nobody was overly excited about, and they weren't any of the top 3 guys were being talked about. And I don't say that to say they're not going to be good or whatever. But the idea that the Browns wide receiving core, which was arguably the worst in the league, certainly worst 2 or 3 in the league, is now going to be in the top half of the league based on 2 rookies who were drafted late in the first and in the second round.
Severe questions at quarterback.
And severe questions at quarterback is silly. And it gives people unrealistic hope. Is it possible the Browns could have a top half of the league wide receiving core? Anything's possible. Is it realistic? Come on. This year, that's insane. Even Captain, I was going to say Captain Knee Jerk.
Yeah, the Duke.
The Duke of Knee Jerk, I assume, is going to say the same thing.
Listen, man.
My job's to ask you questions. Your job is to answer.
There you go. We did.
I did my job. You did your job.
There
G,
you go.
what say you?
Listen, for me, I ain't gonna get greedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get beside yourself. There's a reason I don't even throw out numbers no more. I once upon a time say 4,500. Now listen, let me tell you something. Top half, I don't know nothing about that. The only thing I care about is are they better than they were. Like,
can they get out of the bottom 5? Yes, I think they can get out of the bottom 5.
They got some names that I'm excited about because it's better than the names we had, and it's true that when you get new people, you have this exponential thought like anything could be possible.
Yes,
and that's cool for fans because at least you don't got to look at Cedric Tillman and know what Cedric Tillman is and know what Jamari Thrash is, and then feel bad on Sundays because every single time you go into the game, you look at the other side of the football field, you're like, these guys are dwarfing what we got. I mean, are we getting 14 points a game? At least you have some guys that you have some upside in, and you raise the floor. Because now, if you look at it, we talked about it in the first hour in the KYC app. If Cedric Tillman at worst is your 5th receiver, then you're like, oh, okay. But if Cedric Tillman is your 2nd receiver, you're in trouble, man. Yeah. So at least we got some guys with some versatility. Look at that, 270 yards, and he's injured all the time.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going. There's a lot of good receiving cores around here. We can start with Cincinnati off the top of your head. Detroit Lions got a bunch of great receivers. I mean, the Packers, Seattle, the Packers.
In the AFC alone,
Rams.
On paper, how many teams are the Browns better than on paper?
At receiver?
Yeah, not many.
Well, let's go through it.
Let's do this.
Well, Tennessee just added Cardinal Tate, so it depends on how high you are on Cardinal Tate.
Well, you're going to be higher on Cardinal Tate than any of those guys.
I would agree.
Because otherwise you're being disingenuous because most people wanted the Browns to draft Cardinal Tate.
Right. Yeah. So go ahead. Continue.
So, and we'll just go AFC East down.
Yeah.
New England.
They have nobody.
Yeah,
so would you rather have the Browns receiving core or New England's?
I guess I'd go with the Browns.
I mean, New England went to the Super Bowl.
They did go to the Super Bowl.
I hear you.
I understand it's not based on
the wide receiving core was not the Super Bowl.
But they did lose Diggs. They lost Diggs.
They lost Diggs.
They signed Romeo Doubs, lost Diggs.
Come on.
You don't even know who's in the Patriots. The Browns.
Mark it down for the Browns.
Sean Booty.
Boom.
I'll say I'd rather have the Browns. I think there's more upside.
This is according to Our Lads, which is the best.
Okay. So here we go. Let's roll.
Dobbs, Keyshawn Booty, Matt Collins, and Demario Douglas.
Nah. Let's go with the Browns.
I go with the Browns.
We cooking. One down.
Trust me, there's not going to be many more. I'm not being biased here.
All I need as a Duke of Knee Jerk is 3 more teams.
In the AFC?
All I need is 3 more teams.
I mean, there is an NFC division.
Okay.
We're going to stay in the AFC. The Bills, DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir, Josh Palmer, and Keon Coleman are their top 4.
I would take the Bills.
Just based on
you got more proven players.
Just
don't have any great players.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
So you said DJ Moore, right?
DJ Moore is their number 1.
Okay.
Do the Browns have a player better than DJ Moore?
If I go back and squint hard at Jerry Jeudy's the year before the last year, I can look and say, if I get that from Jerry Jeudy, I can actually.
Who's been more consistent in their career?
DJ Moore.
Yeah.
DJ Moore. Let's not lie.
All right, go ahead next.
Miami, Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, and Caleb Duncan.
There we go. That's two. That's two off bat. We cooking.
So Jason's got one. We've got two.
Hey, let's go.
Then we got the Jets with Garrett Wilson,
they got Garrett Wilson,
A.D. Mitchell, and Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah, they drafted the wide receiver in the first round, too. Jets got
Pittsburgh with DK Metcalf.
And Michael Pittman.
Pittman and Jeremy Bernard.
Yes.
Steelers. Yeah.
They got Bernard. They got Bernard too.
If they hadn't gotten Pittman, maybe I could make a case. But Metcalf's still better than anybody the Browns got.
All right, there you go. I give you that.
We're not even have to go over the Bengals. We know the Bengals are better. What about the Ravens? Zay Flowers, Bateman, and Devontaez Walker, and then two rookies: Jacoby Lane, 3rd-round pick, and Elijah Surratt,
I don't love their wide receivers, but Zay Flowers is significantly better right now than anybody the Browns.
They got one. I mean, they got one. I can squint my eyes and look at these Ravens. I could be like, okay, you got Zay Flowers. That's it.
You want Zay Flowers or Jerry Jeudy?
I'll take Zay Flowers, but I would take all the other players that we got over there.
Right, but it's all unproven. So
yes,
I don't like the rest of the Ravens receivers. I don't think they're very good.
That's a possible.
But Zay Flowers, could the Browns end up better at wide receiver than the Ravens by the end of the year? Possible. Right now, I take the Ravens.
The Jaguars, we don't have to go over.
No.
Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington.
Yeah. You just went over it, so we don't have to go over it. You went over it.
The Texans with Nico Collins.
No.
Okay, nope.
And they got Tank Dell coming back.
They do the Colts. They re-signed Alec Pierce. They lost Pittman. They have Pierce, Josh Downs, and Nick Westbrook-Akine as their top 3.
That's not very good.
I'm going to Browns. I don't know how they gave Pierce a $2 million, $200
contract.
That crazy for barely $1,000. I got him down. That's 3 or 4 for the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
It's the bad. That's I think a 3rd one for me, right?
Jason's eyes is getting smaller.
So we got 4 for G.
I give you 1.5.
3 for me.
I think you're even with the Colts.
And Jason's been even, so it's 4, 3, 1.5.
The Titans receiver room is better than I thought. Tate, I forgot they signed Wan'Dale Robinson.
Oh yeah.
And Calvin Ridley. So
I'm taking
the
Titans.
A step ahead.
Yeah.
Going over to the AFC West, the Broncos. They traded for Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton.
Yeah,
they're better.
Yeah, come on. We might got the Raiders.
The Chargers.
Yes.
We got
Ladd
the Raiders.
McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Trey Harris, and rookie Brennan Thompson as your top 4.
I like Ladd McConkey.
Are you serious?
I'm just looking. I'm just trying to get an answer so we have for
okay.
audio.
Chargers the Chargers are better. The Raiders are the Chiefs are better. They got Rashee Rice. The Raiders are better than the Raiders.
We got the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Don't have that. Who's the Raiders receivers?
We got the Raiders. Hands down.
The Raiders depth chart at receiver: Trey Tucker, Jalen Naylor, and Jack Beck.
Nah, bro.
I'll give you the Raiders.
That's the Raiders.
No.
Now again,
No.
I can't like the Browns wide receiving core. Those teams could say, "Well, we're better than them," but I'd rather have the Browns because at least you got 2 high pick upside.
That's crazy.
So you went with 5 better. I went with 4. Jason went with 2.5.
2.5.
I'm giving Jason 3.
Then I'll take 2.
Give him a card.
2.5. All right, let's continue with the NFC. This
choke
is fun.
on the card.
Go ahead.
You want to do the NFC now?
NFC. Do the NFC.
All right. The Eagles,
No.
even without A.J. Brown, still
matter.
you still want
They
them.
got Mekhi Lemon too. Damn.
Giants got Malik Neighbors.
The Cowboys, Pickens and CD,
No.
and the
Come on.
Commanders.
No.
Come on.
No.
I mean, the Commanders,
What they got?
Stop it. They got Terry
McLaurin,
McLaurin.
McCaffrey, and Antonio Williams.
They've got Terry McLaurin. He's a top 20 wide receiver.
He was bad last year.
Oh, my God, Mike.
I'm just not a big McLaurin guy. That's maybe on me.
What are you?
So you'd rather have Jerry Jeudy?
You rather have Jerry Jeudy than Terry McLaurin?
I'm not even saying I'd pick the Browns. I'm just saying I don't think it's an immediate wash off.
It is.
Yes, it is.
If
Terry
you ask
McLaurin.
any team in the NFL, which would you rather have? You always take the team that has got the best receiver.
The other guys are nobodies though.
But the Browns guys are nobody.
Browns-
But do you think the
All
difference between
nobody.
Jerry
the
Jeudy
Browns
and
number 1 guy is a nobody.
But Jeudy to McLaurin is not that big of a gap.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Hey,
Come on.
I don't
You're
think
out of
so.
your mind.
What did Terry do last year?
Say it again.
What did Terry McLaurin do last year? What was his numbers? Can you?
Terry McLaurin last year had 60 catches for 582 yards and 3 touchdowns.
What about the year
Did he
prior to
miss
that?
time?
What about the year prior to that?
He missed time. Wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, he played 12 games.
This is important.
quarter of the
The year before, he had the best season of his career, 1,096 yards and 13 touchdowns.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy the year before that had 1,200, 1,300.
Yeah, and he had 2 touchdowns.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I would rather have McLaurin than Jeudy. I just don't think it's that big.
it ain't that.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Come on. Come on. No, there's not a team in the NFL.
I don't think, I
I'll
agree,
give
but
it
I'm
to
saying
the
it's not
Commanders.
that big of a gap.
All
give
right,
it to
I
the
think you're out of
Commanders.
your mind, but go ahead.
I'll give it to the Commanders.
All right, the Bears with Adunze.
Yeah, Bears.
I'm gonna take the Bears.
Yeah, they have a Dunze Luther
and,
Burden.
I'm going to take the Bears.
The Packers,
Nope.
Matthew Golden, Christian Watkins. They lost
I
Dobbs.
don't. Christian Watson.
Excuse me.
I don't love the Packers wide receiving core.
I forgot about that. Why? Christian Watson, he ain't really did nothing. They lost Dobbs, which I think was a sneaky their best receiver. Golden didn't do much last year because I had him on the fantasy team.
Rookie.
Quiet as kept.
Who's their third guy?
Give me the third guy.
Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Matthew Golden, and Savion Williams, their top 4.
Yeah.
They're still better than. I mean, guys.
What did Christian Watson do last year?
Christian Watson last year, he played in 10 games, 35 catches, 611 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Browns had the worst receivers, and they've added 2 unproven rookies.
Yeah.
Let's be.
I'm going to give it to
The Packers is pretty bad. I don't like the Packers.
But I don't really like them, but I'll give Packers the benefit of the doubt.
They did draft Gold in the first round.
They went to the playoffs. Didn't they go to the playoffs?
I'm going to go
Yeah.
Packers,
Okay.
but I think
I'll go
I actually
Packers.
think that's close.
It's
But I'll
like-
go Packers.
Vikings and Lions don't have to look at.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
The Panthers,
Nah, they
Ted
got-
McMillan,
they got
Jalen
McMillan
Coker,
is-
Xavier
Ted McMillan's a
Lizette.
stud.
T-Mac is.
McMillan's
Yeah,
It is
McMillan's
okay.
a good
I'm going to give him T-Mac.
the Bucks without Mike Evans have Chris Godwin, Ibuka, and McMillan. They're still ahead.
Bucks, yeah.
Bucks.
The Falcons with Drake London.
Yes.
Yeah, Falcons.
The rest of their receivers are not great, but Drake London's way better than Judy. So
Yeah, I'm going to
The
give
Saints with Jordan Tyson, Chris Olave.
you'd rather
I'm
have that.
saying-
Rather of them.
Saints.
Seahawks have JSN.
Yeah,
Done.
That's all this is.
Rams have Puka.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah.
Niners receiving core is not great.
Let me see.
Pearsall. Oh, they did sign Mike Evans. I forgot.
Yeah.
Evans,
Okay,
Pearsall.
okay, yeah.
They
He's
just
old,
drafted
but he's
Strip.
still-
Yeah, okay.
Good.
Okay.
And then the Cardinals with Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson,
All right, so
Kendrick
are they-
Bourne.
Did we have them better than anybody in the NFC?
No.
The Packers are the only team you can make a case. So there you
The
go.
Cardinals, let me see.
Jason had 2.5 teams. I had 4, and
I had
you had
5.
5 or 6.
5.
So top
Best
half
case
pushing it.
scenario, they get up to like 24th.
26th. 25th.
Yeah, look,
There's no way they get into the top 15.
I
Not
just
with
asked the
rookies.
question.
But
I
I-
just asked the questions we answer. It was a
I-
good exercise.
Yeah.
You just can't count on rookies. But
Yeah,
I,
right.
I do see a runway now, finally.
Yeah.
There's
where-
potential at the position.
like-
yeah.
You can't.
Again,
They invested high draft cap.
I'm tired of saying it. 2027. That's what they care about.
But it
2027.
was 2029 in the Dome.
No, you got to. 27 is when you start selling the tickets. It's when you start selling PSLs.
I
they
think-
care about 2027.
I actually think that they did a really good job of, because here's what they could have did. They could have punted all the way. I think that they did a really good job of making 2026 very relevant. And, you know, I feel like in this draft, they did everything possible to give the quarterback a fighting chance.
Right.
They gave you got 2 new pass catchers. They
Yeah.
retooled the offensive line. So in 26, they gave you every opportunity to say, okay, we're gonna give you a real opportunity to show what you can actually
Yeah.
do. And I like the fact that they only got 1 receiver, they got 2 receivers. So it might not be the greatest. Like, I can't just come up here and say a rookie. That's why it'd be crazy when people be like, "Oh, Mendoza is gonna be a top 15." Bro, I don't know. Pump your brakes. We ain't seen him
Somebody
yet.
said he's going to be a top 15 quarterback. I
Man,
don't see that. Now they got a great running back and a great tight end.
Yes.
Well, a good running back and a great tight end.
So I am just willing to say I'm excited to see
Yeah.
what the young guys can do. I ain't
it's
going to
definitely
top half of
improved.
the league.
There's no doubt the Browns have improved their talent.
Yes.
At offensive line and wide receiver. The worst case scenario, of course, is that whoever the quarterback is, we'll say it's Shador. He plays okay. That's kind of if Shador plays, it's really you really want him to either be fantastic or be horrible.
Yeah.
Because you want to just be able to make a clear decision one way or the other. And if the decision's clear, you want it to either be, okay, we can move forward with Shador, or he stinks, we're bad, we got to draft a quarterback.
That's why I think 2026 was important to them, because they don't want a mixed bag. They want
the only way Shador Sanders is at the quarterback in 27 is if he's very good to great in 26. If he's okay and we have to squint to find stats that point in his direction, he's gone.
There's 2 things. It's also I do think that wins and losses play a role. Like, there is. I've always said it. Like if the owner said 5 wasn't good enough, that means you
play a role in what? In the quarterback decision? I mean, the only reason it would play a role is because they might have, if they, let's say Shedeur is below average, not terrible, but below average, and the Browns win 8 games because the defense is great, they're running the ball well, he has a couple of moments. Well, they might not be but if he's below average, he's not getting a long runway in terms of years.
To your point, he has to play better than he did in week 17 and 18, where they won both those games.
Right. They won those games.
His
he didn't do much.
Forward.
If they win that way, he's not the quarterback.
Yeah, you'll know based on what you see. Like right now you can say, okay, it's the wins, the losses. No, I think that they did a really good job of saying now last year, you couldn't tell. You were like, oh, listen, well, they got a revolving door at left tackle. They got the best receiver is Jerry Jeudy, and you can't count on him for nothing, right? Quinshon Judkins is not out there. Now, you have legitimately guys who've played in the league. You've upgraded your offensive line. You've now moved the floor up of your receiver room. Guys are making strides. Now it's up to him to make the strides and improvement. So now it's like, okay, well, now we got the receivers. Now we got the offensive line. Let's see what you're going to do.
I think you guys are way down the road. I told you.
Yeah, that's true.
I came back from the owners' meetings.
You think Deshaun Watson's going to start?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do.
I think
I didn't think that
Yeah.
until the owners' meetings. When I came home from the owners' meetings,
That's
I was
crazy.
like, oh, they're serious.
I say it's crazy, but again, if I'm Todd Monken, it's simple. I understand where you're coming from. What's the upside?
What? This is going to get freaking clipped.
Yeah. But let me say this. Let me just say this. This has nothing to do with anything you said. If I'm Todd Monken, I only care about playing the quarterback to give me the best chance to win.
Yeah.
That's all I'm worried about right now. I want to win football games. I'm a head coach. I don't care about anything else. And if he believes Deshaun Watson gives him the best chance to win, doesn't matter what the rest of us believe. If he believes that, he's going to play him.
Yeah. I know how this is going to go. Yeah. I will say I think there's an excellent chance that Deshaun is the starting quarterback week 1. Excellent chance. I don't want to say
I'm saying wow, but I'm not surprised by that because
I think there's, and again, I didn't think that. Go back and pull the tape. I did not think that until the owners' meetings, and I came home from the owners' meetings going, no, they're serious about this.
I told you, from people from Deshaun Watson's camp, Shedeur Sanders' camp, even the Browns, I've heard 3 different people say there's one thing that's guaranteed. Todd Monken will make the final decision who's the quarterback, and they are serious about it being a competition. So there's no handicaps or nothing. No one's putting their thumb on the scale.
Yeah.
The person that comes, and the thing that I like most about it is if Shedeur Sanders does win the competition and he beats out a Deshaun Watson that was good, then
he earned it.
And then he can go into the season and say, guys, Shedeur Sanders is starting quarterback for the season. We're going to see what he can do.
That's right.
And then at that point, we can watch the game and say, all right, let's see what we're doing.
But let me ask you this. I remember, it was, a month ago maybe, we got into a heated debate. It was G, Tyvis, and myself. And you guys were both saying that Shedeur Sanders was definitely the presumed starter.
I still think he'll be the starter.
I said I think it's up in the air between the two. Are you closer to my end now? I think it's more up in the air than you did a month ago.
Here's what I'll say. I think it's more probable that Deshaun Watson could do some things because of what I saw him on the field do. Right? I didn't think that Deshaun Watson would come out and be as mobile as he was. I looked at it at the OTAs, and he didn't seem to have any hitch. He seemed to be moving well. He seemed to be able to throw the football. So for me, I said, okay, well, I'm going to take injury off the board because, I don't know what he physically looks like. When I saw him based on the little small sample size, I said, okay, he looks like he's back rehabilitated to the point where he has his skill set. However, that goes out the window when you got to figure out, can you play when all the live bullets is flying? So what I want to see is I want to get an opportunity to go to practice and see how they look against the defense, how they look doing those things. But for me, I still think, in my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders has the edge in being the day 1 quarterback.
I agree. I think he should have the edge, but I don't know that he does. But I agree that he should. I do agree on the live bullets thing, although I don't know. They may make this decision before they even play a preseason game.
Oh, I think they will.
Because Todd Monken wants to have a start. He don't want to do this where you're picking the starter the third week of the preseason. I don't know. I mean, maybe he won't have a choice. But
I do get the feeling that they may make a decision quicker rather than later.
Yeah. What's your take on that, Jason? I'm curious what you think. You think the decision can be made before the first preseason game, even if it's not public, but behind the scenes, it's made.
Maybe, yeah. I don't want to say definitively, but I could see a world where he knows sooner than later who he wants to be the starting quarterback. Yeah, I could see that. Because
then, he talks in his press conference. He said, "You got to get somebody ready to play."
Right.
At that point, because I'll say this: the worst thing you could do is say last year you went into the season and people don't remember Kenny Pickett was getting the first team reps until he pulled his hamstring.
Right, it was early.
It was very early, and then when he went out, it was kind of like, okay, was Dylan or was it Flacco?
Yeah.
And they really didn't they really didn't stamp it until like maybe a week or so before they started playing. Like if you got young guys, if it is Shedeur Sanders, you now have to get them ready to play real meaningful games and to understand and get ready. So I do think that you will see him make a decision faster rather than waiting late in the process.
The Browns will, if Deshaun Watson starts, the Browns' backup quarterbacks will be a combined age of about 40. The Bengals' second and third quarterbacks will be a combined age of 80.
That's crazy.
Or close to it. Because they got Joe Flacco and Josh Johnson as their second and third quarterbacks.
I can't believe Josh Johnson's still in the NFL.
Man, he must be.
Well, apparently he's the most lovable guy in the league. Teams are always picking him up.
How many teams has he played for?
This is his second time with the Bengals. I think he's played for 13 teams, 14 teams.
I mean, he got the Teddy Bridgewater.
He's loved everywhere he goes.
You have to be a great dude to stick around that long.
He's a perfect third quarterback.
Yeah. Who is the other dude that used to play for the Vikings? That he was another black quarterback that they always was like, he just always seemed to get the deal. Like, it was like, what is his name? McNuggets, you got to help me out. Bad job. I think his number was like 7. He was just always like, they're like, yeah, we'll sign him to a backup deal.
Was he a young guy?
No, he's
like he was around a long time?
He was around a very long time. A very long time.
Say it again?
Backup quarterback.
Black quarterback who was on the Vikings. He was a backup for a long. I thought it was the guy who was here for 2 seconds that you knew or something, but he was a younger guy.
Kellen Mond?
No,
yeah, Mond.
No, I'm gonna think. I'll look at it in break. I'll tell you.
All right, we'll take a break. Speaking of which, we have not talked about the Cavaliers yet today, guys. They have Game 5 tomorrow. Everything on the line. I know the season isn't over if they lose, but I think it's going to feel like it if they do. They played
Tavares Jackson?
That's it. Tavares Jackson. We got to go.
Jackson.
Yeah. He was on a lot
of a pull from a long time.
Yeah, it is.
We're talking Cavs and Raptors next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Every man deserves to know his T levels. Step into Game Day Men's Health Solon and get tested on us. No guesswork, no waiting, just real answers.
All right, good stuff, guys. Bad stuff from the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been absolutely awful in games 3 and 4 in Toronto. Jason, do you still think the Cavs are going to win this series? And how confident are you?
Yeah, they're going to win the series. It's catastrophe if they don't win the series. They're going to win the series. I'm not shocked they lost Game 3.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised how they laid down at the end of Game 4.
By the way, remember the other day when it was like we were guessing draft picks? Yeah, it was the night of the draft. And Mike made a guess, and then I kind of bullied him out of it, and then his original pick was right, and he goes, I want credit for that. Remember?
Yeah, Carnell Tate. Yeah.
It was Carnell
Right.
Tate.
Yeah.
Do I get credit if the Cavs win in 6?
Yeah.
Even though I changed the Cavs in 4?
No.
I McNuggets, I said the Cavs win in 6.
I'm not confident they're going to win in 7.
Now, am I confident in that 6? No. I'm going to tell you what, bro. If they lose, I'm going to tell you this right now. If they lose this game, it's a wrap.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
they lose this game, they're getting swept.
They're not going to lose this game.
If they
They
lose,
can't get swept. They won 2.
I mean, no.
Well, I mean, like lose 4 in a row.
if they lose this game tomorrow,
Yeah.
they might as well chalk it up.
By the way, to me, I don't know if you guys agree, even though it's 4-5 as opposed to 1-8, the Cavs losing this series is worse to me
It is.
than the Pistons losing to the Magic.
It is.
I don't know. That's pretty
They're
bad.
both bad,
That's pretty
but the
bad.
Magic, the
I
Cavs
like
have more
Orlando.
play. I know the Pistons are the one, but the Cavs have way more playoff experience, and the Magic are a more seasoned team than the
Bane,
Raptors
Yes,
are.
they are.
Bane,
Yeah.
Carter, Bane Carroll, Wagner, they Suggs, they got a
Yeah.
way better
Plus,
roster
the
than
Raptors have been
this.
missing their point guard
And
the whole series.
That means
Is there any chance he's going to play now?
No, he's been ruled out for the whole series.
Oh, he was? I didn't.
so that means you let Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett kill you.
Yeah, right.
No, you can't.
What, is it just as simple as they're home, so they'll play better? I mean, is it really that simple? Like, what's happening?
I'll give you a couple things.
Yeah.
First and foremost, and I have no logical explanation for this at all. And Jason, if you do, please stop me at any moment. I cannot. There's no analysis. There's no nothing.
Go ahead.
Donovan's been terrible 2 games in a row.
Yes, he has.
And he's been really, really bad.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And but I'm saying I can't tell you why all of a sudden he was great in games 1 and 2, then games 3 and 4 he regressed to a level below even bad.
He's not a guy that plays better at home than on
Right, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't
But
apply.
Harden and Mobley, the same thing. They're both terrible.
So with Harden,
Yeah.
one thing that's been consistent in Harden's career, and it's part of the reason, Bull, that his playoff numbers, although he's had good games, have teetered the longer series goes, is he only has, like, I've told you guys when they got him, he has like 3 moves. When you see it once in a random, it's really hard to stop. When you see it 4 times in a row, you get a little better at timing it up, you get better consistency with it. By game 6, 7, it's not that you can stop him, but you just have a little better sense of what he wants to do. The Cavs have got so stagnant on offense, and they are letting Donovan and James try and operate from 34 feet from the basket, and they're just standing around it. Toronto is just completely focused in. They have 8 of the 10 eyes on the court defensively, on the ball handling, because there's no movement.
Yeah.
They're not guessing.
What happened to all this pick and roll for dunks? It's like gone.
Well, Toronto, I got in a big argument last night at pickup. Someone blamed Evan Mobley was the reason they lost those 2 games. Toronto has said, you are not making the pass in pick and roll. We're going under. We are forcing the guards. You're going to shoot these threes, and until you make enough to get us out of this super drop coverage where we're compacting the paint so heavily, we're not stopping. So the reason Mobley and Allen have had fewer shots, and they have not played well. I'm not trying to justify the fact they've played well.
Yeah.
The reason they've got fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer attempts is how Toronto is defending them. And because the Cavs can't buy a 3 if it was on sale at a dollar store, they're compacting it even more.
And let's face it, the Cavs have no alphas on their team.
I always tell people, listen, I get it. I know we talk about the offense. The Cavs lost the game because they turned the basketball over and they got destroyed in offensive glass. The Cavs do not meet physicality with physicality and force. They let people push them into uncomfortable things. The fact that you're getting 8-second turnovers. Look at this. What are you doing?
Who wants it more? Who wants it more?
Right there.
There we go.
Right there. That person showed.
Who was that player again? I forgot his name.
Jamal Shead.
Love that play.
He is out here. Look at the intensity. Look at the body language. The Cavs didn't lose this game because they couldn't hit threes. The Cavs lose games because they depend on threes, and that affects the rest of their game. If they're not hitting threes, they're soft. If they're not hitting threes, now no one's getting fast break points. When the last time you seen the Cavs get a fast break point? The guys are trotting up the court. Right. The guards are getting trapped, and guys aren't coming to the ball. Like, it's body language. You can't lose to the Raptors like that 2 games in a row and still think that you're going to be an NBA championship team. You can't.
I told you before the series, the way that Toronto makes this a series and wins, Cavs don't make shots and Toronto creates turnovers. Well, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And that's the only way Toronto wins.
Mike's, I think, maybe I got this wrong, but I think I remember Mike saying there'll be one game where Toronto shoots the lights out and they'll win that game. But that hasn't even happened. Toronto made 4 threes.
At the end of Game 3, they caught fire.
Okay, but this last game they made 4 threes.
Last game, there's no excuse. I'm not defending them. I have no defense.
2 incredible stats from Game 4. Number 1, the fact that the Raptors won a game where they had made 4 threes.
Yeah.
When's the last time that happened in a playoff game? It's got to be
The answer's
forever.
never. No, the answer's never.
It's never happened?
No.
Okay. Number 2, I don't know how often this happens. I probably don't pay close enough attention to it. The Cavs had more turnovers than assists. Like, how often does that happen in an NBA game, period?
James Harden has done it 29 times in his playoff career individually, where he's had more turnovers than assists.
That's got to be more than any player in the history of the sport.
I'll find the stat. I saw it. I bookmarked it.
Really?
It was either near the top or it was the top.
How often does a team have more turnovers than assists in an NBA game, period?
Not a lot. It's hard.
That's rare. I'm not looking for that, but I don't remember ever seeing that before.
But, G, you mentioned the offensive rebounds, too. We talked about this earlier. The NBA is now a game of creating possessions. Turnovers, offensive rebounds.
Right.
The team that creates the most possessions a lot of times wins.
Right. Even if you're not shooting threes.
Yeah, that's what Toronto's done.
Yeah.
That's
the only way to win when you're not making threes is to have way more possessions than the other team.
They're getting every 50-50 ball.
Everything. They out-hustle them every time.
When it's tipped, it's batted down. And then plus, let's just watch this. Look at the faces of the Cleveland Cavaliers when they're either losing or winning. Harden's face, insane. Even.
Oh, wait, sorry. I got the stat wrong. Hand up, my bad. I apologize.
Oh, here we go.
He has 44 games with as many turnovers as field goals. It wasn't assists.
Oh, okay.
Which is just as
bad.
Just as bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
my bad. It wasn't assist turnovers. It was field goals.
Mobley,
I apologize. Continue.
Stoic. Allen, stoic. Harden, stoic. Merrill, stoic. Like Donovan shows emotions from time to time. Max Strus is an emotion guy. Dean Wade, stoic. Man, you can't have that many. This is a knife fight in a phone booth. Like, it's not gonna get no easier. Because after this round, you're gonna play another team. You think Orlando, even if they win, or Detroit, they're gonna make it even worse.
Does anybody have any faith Detroit's gonna win 3 in a row?
No.
Nah, that's done. Detroit ain't got enough offense. And it's going to and if they lose, if Detroit loses and Orlando advances and the Cavs lose to the Raptors, everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. I tell you right there.
Raptors Magic?
Kenny,
what were the odds of that before the
Kenny, I'm telling you, Kenny, you fighting.
Well, he's gone if that happens.
You're fighting for your coaching life in Cleveland tomorrow. You go ahead and lose this game.
That's it. You have to win the game. And I think they will because they're at home and
they're 9.5-point favorites, which scares the crap out of me.
But you know what, guys? Like,
they're going to win the series.
We all, like, after the first 2 games, like, oh, the Raptors have no chance. I was saying it because we get blinded. The series changes when it changes.
I thought before the series started, the Raptors had no chance.
Yeah,
I didn't think.
But they've already played a lot better than you thought.
I told them they was going to get 2
they did
games.
exactly what I didn't think that they could do 4 times. And I still don't think they can do it 4 times.
But Jason, and you're right, or most likely right. But the Cavs, they look like the same team we've seen every other year.
I'm not disagreeing.
Right.
Game 3. I told you before when we were doing the draft show. I picked them to lose Game 3.
Right.
I thought they'd come back and win, and they had Game 4 under control. Like they had, how big of a lead did they have?
At 9.
With 5 minutes left?
Something
4 or 5 minutes left?
The Cavs were up 87-82 with less than 4 minutes left, and they were up 9
at one point.
9 with the 5-minute mark.
And let's be clear. It's the same way that they lost to the Pacers last year. They're up points, and they're like, couldn't get the ball over half court.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not that it's no different. It's all you do is change Ty Jerome out and put Harden or like no. Like
I was talking to a executive last year during the Pacers series. He called me and was like, why is the Cavs body language so bad? Like, they're the better team. Do they not realize they're better than Indiana? And this was after one of the home losses. I don't remember which one. Like, they're the better team, but they're not acting like it. And I'm just curious to see how they come out now at 2-2 at home.
This should be a blowout.
Because they are the talent level is not close.
Not close.
That's what makes this even more disturbing.
Yeah.
The Cavs should come out and they should win this game by 15 points.
We were hoping we'd see I agree. We were hoping we'd see a new Cavs team with this different group. And we were hoping that we'd see a new James Harden as part of this team. And we haven't seen that. Now, maybe it'll turn around. Maybe they'll find a way to grind out this series, get through it, and maybe in the next round they'll start to look like a better team. I don't know, but would you pick them to beat Orlando right now? I gave Tyvis a hard time a couple weeks ago when he said, I'd rather the Cavs play Detroit than Orlando. Maybe he was right.
I'd still pick him over Orlando, but I have no confidence in that. I have no confidence to say it.
I've said all year Boston's the only team I would pick to beat them. I'm going to hang in there with that. I'm not going to react off two bad losses.
Tonight should be a Donovan Mitchell.
It's not just two bad losses.
It should be a Donovan Mitchell night.
They dominated games 1 They dominated games 1 and 2.
Mike, the Cavaliers.
They dominated 1 and 2 against Orlando.
Have not won a series.
Oh, I thought you were just about like after these two games in particular.
If you look at their body of work, it is so pathetic in the postseason.
I mean, you could go back.
Pathetic.
They lost.
None of us are arguing that. I thought you meant
you give them more credit. I feel like than they deserve.
They haven't proven anything.
They're talented. They're talented, but
they haven't proven anything.
They've done nothing.
I mean, I'm more impressed. I've been more impressed with the Atlanta Hawks than what the Cavs has done.
That series is 2-2.
I've been more impressed. More impressed. To me, I've been more impressed with the Timberwolves, the San Antonio Spurs. I mean,
that's a shame that Edwards got hurt because now they'll probably end up blowing that series. They're better. It's better for the league if they lose that series now because
I just want to see them turn into a dogfight.
Yeah.
They got to turn into a fight.
Some final thoughts on the Guardians and 60-second trivia, plus super chats to wrap it up next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. All right, welcome back. It's the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, and it's time for Super Chats.
We got 3. Bill Rodewalt says Taylen Green is the Browns' Malik Willis project. Dawson Lowe says the tides are turning, boys. You can feel it. Bull, don't run from it. Just accept the fact the Browns will have a top 10 offense this year. Shout out to Evan in the chat. And Dawson Lowe says, why Philly Collins Steelers fans are big mad right now.
Hey, man, top 10 offense.
Oh, the Mekhi Lemon thing?
Yeah, the Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
Why do they have the right? They have no right to be mad. I mean, fans can be frustrated they didn't get him, but this allegedly, like the Steelers were annoyed that Philly made that trade, and I'm like, they got no right to be annoyed.
They're supposed to help you out.
Bazzana makes his debut tonight. Expectations for the Guardians' #1 prospect.
He's gonna have a big day. 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles. Wow. How about that? Against the veteran Nick Martinez, who's pitching well.
Now, hold on. Now, he did sound like I thought you were supposed to be tapering expectations for rookies now.
I am.
3 for 4.
He's going to go 0 for 5 the next 2 days.
All right, there we go. That's a nice hedge. I like that. Okay.
I'm not going to predict his line for tonight, but I do think that it's you see the vision. It's coming
it's
together.
exciting.
Manzardo, Bazzana, apparently Rocchio.
DeLauder.
What?
Jose at third.
Rocchio has now moved into your vernacular.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he's playing well right now. He's got the job now.
Yeah. Lara, Schneemann playing well.
Yeah.
Some interesting things out. The last week they're playing kind of
Angel
cruddy.
Martinez.
They haven't hit. Angel Martinez, yeah.
I think Bazzana goes 6 for 6 tonight. All right, ready for 60-second trivia.
Yeah.
Who was the person who knocked in the game-winning run at the first ever game at Jacobs Field?
Oh, I know this. I know this.
Say it.
Wayne Kirby.
Yep,
Kirby.
nailed it.
Yeah, Wayne.
There you
shout
go.
out to Wayne Kirby.
Jason finally on the board for 60-second trivia.
No.
Well, what do you do for the next 53 seconds when?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, what did Wayne Kirby do the rest of his career?
Yeah.
He was a good pinch hitter.
Wayne Kirby.
Yeah, I liked him. He was a speed pinch runner too. He was a speed guy.
Those lineups, I every once in a while on my Instagram feed, I'll see either be a lineup from 95 or 97 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like.
They had an all-star at every position. When they traded for Will Cordero, or when they signed Will, they had an all-star at every freaking position.
I mean,
those
like Paul Sorrento was their worst player, and he was a good mate.
Yeah,
it was all good. They were Tomey batting 8th.
Yeah,
you know.
Hey, real quick tease for tomorrow. If you like Emmanuel McNeil-Warren and you want to know more about the Browns' new safety, tomorrow's the show for you. Not only do we have Professor Powell, but we got someone from the Toledo football staff calling in to tell us about EMW. See you then. Peace.